Once upon a time, there was a young man who worked at a factory. He had a wise mentor, an old technician who taught him some important lessons. The mentor told him to talk less, work more, and always keep learning and improving his skills in all areas of the factory. After 10 years, the old man retired and the young man took over as a technician. He continued to work hard and do his job with the same dedication he had learned from his mentor. One day, the young man visited his mentor and seemed unhappy. The old man asked him what was wrong, and the young man sighed and poured out his feelings. He said, "I've been following your advice all these years. No matter what I do, I stay quiet and focused on my work. I know I've done a good job at the factory, and I've learned everything I could. But I don't understand why less experienced and skilled people are getting promoted, while I'm still stuck at the same low position I had when I was your apprentice." The old man asked him, "Are you sure that you have become indispensable to the factory?" The young man nodded, and the old man thought for a while. Then he said, "You need to take a day off for any reason you like. It's time for you to give yourself a break." The young man was surprised by this advice, but he thought about it and realized it made sense. He thanked his mentor and quickly requested a day off. When he came back to work after his day off, the manager called him into the office and told him that things had gone badly at the factory while he was gone. Other people faced many problems that they didn't know how to solve without him. Realizing how important he was, the manager decided to promote him to a higher position as a way of thanking him and encouraging him to keep up the good work. The young man was grateful for his mentor's wisdom. He thought that this was the secret to success. From that point on, whenever he felt he deserved more, he would take a day off. And every time he came back, things would improve. This went on for months. But one day, when the young man tried to go to the factory, he was stopped at the gate. He was shocked to find out that he had been fired from his job. He couldn't believe it. Not knowing what to do, he went back to his mentor to figure out what had gone wrong. "Why did I lose my job?" he asked, feeling hurt. "Didn't I do everything you taught me?" The mentor replied, "Actually, you didn't. You only understood half of the lesson. You learned that people don't pay attention to a light bulb that's always on. They only notice when it goes off and they realize they took it for granted. But you were so eager to apply that lesson that you missed the second half." The young man began to realize his mistake. "What was the second half?" he asked. The mentor explained, "The second half is even more important. It's the realization that if a light bulb goes off too often, people will eventually replace it with a more reliable one. Nobody wants a light bulb that can't be counted on to provide light." The young man started to understand the lesson. In life, we often take our friends and family for granted. We assume they will always be there for us. But what if one day they're not? We shouldn't wait for that day to realize how important they are. We should appreciate them today. And we shouldn't let ourselves be taken for granted either. But at the same time, we shouldn't give up on our work just because things don't go our way. We need to find balance in life. And if we do, life will reward us. That's the secret to motivation and success. Stay blessed, and thank you for watching.